Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your January, February, March 2026 preview. This is a look at the beginning of the first quarter of the year through the lens of the last full moon of the 2025, which was in your sign, Gemini. So I do feel like there is overall collective energy that you are lending to all of us as we internalize the preparations we've made for forward movement in the new year. I have pulled the High Priestess as your overall energy, and this is striking for a couple of reasons. The number 2, numbers of reflection, also reflect on your twin energy, the head and the heart. The head and the heart are finding a new level of balance, equity, and integration within you so that you are acknowledging and understanding how to better interpret your experiences of the past, how that's lending to your learning and your knowledge that the power you have is within you. So this is, again, what begins to fuel your forward movement. And the Knight of Swords underneath the deck is indicating your clarity, your investment in your words, your thoughts, not disassociated or associated with your empathy, your compassion, so that you are better able to understand and interpret the experiences and the feelings they engendered of your past, what you've learned. Bringing that forward in a way that lends you the forward motion necessary. But mind you, you are still in a period of rest, integration, absorption, correcting your perspective. In January, the sun, breathtaking. This is lending itself towards your finding your place in the sun, where you belong in your social environment. What is your position? What power do you have? And this is indicating that the primary gift of your knowledge and wisdom is to the ability to express the joy, the pleasure, the enlightenment, the clarity that you experience through your passion, through what it is you do well. Most Geminis internally or automatically understand how to gather information and distribute that information to others. Thus, they are often related to not only inspiration, learning, and teaching, but with communication. And your communication is definitely being protected right now. You're really centering in your joy, and this is contributing the energy towards the way that you're setting intentions for the new year. In February, the Hanged One. The Hanged One is describing a way in which your activities, your rapid growth, your healing, your wisdom gathering is empowering you to reach for a greater perspective. As you pull together all these threads of information, as you are connecting the dots between people and ideas, bringing others together, you're recognizing more and more the power of your influence, the power of your ability to not just deliver information efficiently, but to give them context in a way that shapes their meaning. And in order to process this higher level of influence that you are beginning to become aware of, you are making some sacrifices along the way in terms of maybe not as rapid forward movement as you might ordinarily be inclined to pursue. So you are connecting dots, connecting people, sharing information, and you're waiting for not just the data back, the information back, the measurement of that, but you're looking for what is being, the interpretation of that. What is the meaning of the information that you're sharing and receiving? And this requires a higher level of acceptance of uh, the limitations of your experience, but also the greater power of your wisdom, your influence. And this lies at the key of your ability to enact as the magician as opposed to the trickster. And fluid ways that you're able to balance between those perspectives. In other words, you have the power of your ideas, not just their effect, but what that effect can lead to. And this is the impact you're measuring more and more, and recognizing you need to gain a greater perspective of the whole in order to properly utilize this information that you have. In March, the Four of Wands is about this new social and cultural, indeed, almost a spiritual foundation that you are laying in March. You're solidifying, you're grounding yourself into some kind of a community, a collaboration, a partnership that empowers you to keep growing, to keep learning. And along with these co-conspirators, you're also moving to a place of celebration. In other words, as you commit yourself to learning, growing, and you celebrate the growth of others, you recognize the power back to the joy, the social connection, the enlightenment, the influence of, through your model of behavior and intention, of how you are investing in the sacredness of the opportunity you have as part of this team. In other words, you're enjoying the bounty of an abundant universe. And in so doing, that informs the nature of this shared experience with others. This can concretely lead to a marriage, the development of a course, a curriculum, a community center, a place where people come together to support the growth of one another. I'm going to clarify these cards and pull a couple of oracles along the way. If this reading, Gemini, is resonating for you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I welcome your any opportunity to share my work with others who may find it useful. Please drop a comment in the comments if you feel moved to do so. I love your support in all forms. So I'm going to clarify January, the Sun with the Star card, and the Ten of Pentacles. This looks amazing. It really looks like your joy in expression, your sense of finding the pleasure, the sweet spot in what you do, and how that refreshes your energy, renews your energy, uh, allows your joy to explode in ways that are very supportive and affirming for others. You are inadvertently looking at a better world, the better world that you are creating around you, the realignment with a greater, perhaps humanitarian goal, an aspiration that really inclines you towards what you now see as legacy building. Legacy building being the way in which you find to give back. You're understanding all your interactions in a way that are reciprocal, that are an investment in your powers, who you are. That is an investment with your time, your money, your attention, your nurturance, and a recognition of your privilege. this is at the base of your intention to share, recognizing the privileges you've had, the positionality you've acquired is letting you, putting you in a position to generate abundance for others and to show them how. So, whatever you're doing, whatever your area of focus is, your career, your profession, even your daily work, your creativity, it's all focusing on helping others to recognize that your path has been one of along the recognition of your gifts and your privilege, helping others to find that same sweet spot, that same strength or power within themselves with which they can generate abundance. So, this is about, again, giving back, but in doing so, you are aspiring, modeling for others an inspirational path that is worthy of joy, of pleasure, of celebration. In February, the Hanged Man is clarified by the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. So in February, as you are retreating a little bit, you're stepping back and you're looking, paying attention to the foundation of your efforts as you put together some kind of an operational or functional team. This can be a small business, a side business, a second job, or a dream job, a hobby that is turning into a job, or the way that you want to spend your time, devote your passion, create something that is of service to others, that creates a service or a product for others. You're doing that cautiously because of your willingness to recognize that you need to step back and resort things, renew your foundation, make clear and stable choices that are going to maintain your foundation as the basis on which you are building essentially a unit, a business, a course, a class, a product, something that you can work at with others in order to be of service to new audiences, new communities, ways you can expand on what it is you already know that you do well, where you know there is a need elsewhere, and you're identifying that need as you continue to collect information from others, as you continue to make information more available. You are hearing where services such as yours could be needed, and ways that you can address that. In March, the Four of Wands is clarified by the Page of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting combination of energies here. So I see this particular time in the first quarter as a kind of renewal, not only of the joy in your gift, your passion, your strength, but in your heart opening in a way that is towards a greater integration of who you are authentically with the work that you've committed to doing. So I see this community that you are establishing, this circle of partnerships or relationships that are mutual, that support the growth of one another, as actually opening up your ability to trust your creative intelligence with, so that you are more comfortable, feel more aligned with others who are equally experiencing new discoveries, new versions of themselves, as are you. And that rediscovery is giving you fuel to work hard, to apply your discipline, to be consistent, to be available, to show up for one another, to devote yourself with passion and dignity to this love of the craft, of what it is you do. There is a theme here of enjoying what you do in new ways, at new and higher levels. And this is somehow positioning you in a way that is familiar on one hand and new in another way. Unexpected, I think, is the word I'm looking for. For January, I pull the imagination, February, honesty, and for March, we have friendship. Okay, so in January, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And I do see you moving closer to this idea of enlightenment in the experience and expression of joy and pleasure, loving what you do, knowing that you do what you do and are gifted in the way that you are as a way of improving not only your environment, but something about the global experience, something about the way information is shared and generated collectively by all who participate in it. So this is supplying this creative energy with clarity and with a gentle embrace and empathy that surrounds your experiences of the past, ways that you're seeing those experiences differently. You're interpreting them differently in a way that informs the sense that I am powerful because I have my power within me. I am the source of my reality. In February, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. And I do think that this is echoed in this desire of yours to retreat, to pull back, to step back, and to look honestly at the feedback you're gathering and the influence and impact you have on others who are different from you, but have the same need to understand and be conscious of the power that is wielded to supply a service to those in need of it as you come to understand through the information you're collecting what that need specifically is, how you're grounding yourself, how you're grounding your collaborative approach, your networking with others with new ideas, and you're stabilizing this intention around being of service in this different way, in a way that is influenced by your alignment with your higher values, with your creative values, with your desire to be uh, um, generative of greater abundance for all. And in March, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I'm really taking this back to the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. This is about two people having a relationship that is based on mutual trust and a deep connection that means that you can assume that you are both working towards something that is greater than either of you individually. This is the flavor uh, of your center, your community center, your cultural center, or social context that you construct. It can be in your place of business, it can be in your home, it can be in your community. But this is what gives you the safety and the protection to continue the discovery of self, new qualities of self, and thus that commitment to doing whatever is necessary to make this a success. So this feels as though you are ready for a final oracle card, a crystal oracle that is the golden calcite. And the key word here is inspiration. I'm inspired in all that I do. I hope this has been helpful, Gemini. If you enjoyed the content, check out more content here. Until next time, namaste.